The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, my name is Beverly Bolnick, National Sales Manager at National Mortgage Professional Magazine, and I would like to welcome you to the Digital Marketing Miracle, How to Permanently Etch Yourself in the Minds of Your Clients and Referral Partners, sponsored and presented by MortgageMapp. Conducting today's webinar is Ryan Leopold, Senior Loan Officer for Cobalt Mortgage and Mobile Marketing Consultant for MortgageMapp. Ryan has funded roughly $500 million in loans over the past 15 years. His experience includes teaching numerous seminars as well as working in both big bank and small brokerage environments. Ryan's search for the best technology has driven him to use smartphones to drive referrals while building top-of-mind relationships with his agents and partners. I would especially like to thank today's webinar sponsor and presenter, MortgageMapp. Ryan is not only a producing loan officer with Cobalt Mortgage, but he is also the co-founder of MortgageMapp. MortgageMapp allows loan officers to create their own branded app that can be shared with their partners, prospects, and clients. MortgageMapp was created by loan officers for loan officers as a marketing and branding tool that sits right on the phones of the people who need our information at the moment that is most crucial to our business to secure deeper relationships and more referrals. Without any further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to today's webinar presenter, Ryan Leopold.
Great. Thank you so much for having me, Beverly. I appreciate it. And yeah, like Beverly said, my name is Ryan Leopold. I'm with Cobalt Mortgage, but I'm also, a producing loan officer as well. So everything we're going to talk about is really some tools that I use every single day within my business. So that's basically came together today just to kind of share with you some of the practices I do and some tools that other loan officers from across the country are already utilizing. So a couple of things we're going to talk about today. Some staggering statistics when it comes to smartphones that you need to know. Why you need to position yourself to capitalize on this growing trend, especially before your competitors do. We're talking about 3 ways to grow your business using mobile marketing. We're talking about the quickest and easiest, low-cost but highest profit way for mortgage pros to get in the game when it comes to mobile marketing. We're going to talk about 3 unique advantages to having and promoting your own smartphone app. We're going to talk about 8 critical components of an effective smartphone app for mortgage professionals. Again, the cost of creating your own smartphone app, and much, much more. Okay, and just to let you guys know, like Beverly mentioned and I mentioned, I am in the world with you guys every single day. I've been in the mortgage business since 1998, and over that time I've closed a little over $500 million, almost $600 million in funded loans. Even though a lot of my time goes into the mobile marketing aspect of my business, I still generate 8 to 15 units every single month, 50–60% of the time still working within the business. Our app was endorsed by numerous media outlets, including MoneyWatch.com, SiliconValley.com, and SeattlePI.com. Our app was recently featured in the Scotsman Guide. We've been endorsed by the National Real Estate Post, Frank and Brian, and of course National Mortgage Professional Magazine, which we appreciate. And we have tons of documented case studies as well. So just to kind of get to know me a little bit, I am married, been married for about 8.5 years. We do not have any kids yet, but everything I do within business is really to support kind of the things that matter, for, like all you guys, that matter, most to me, which is my family. No kids yet, but we have 2 wonderful dogs, Mochi and Beta. And my wife, we like our little selfie pics. So other than kind of supporting my family and loving to spend time, especially during the holidays, during the off season, when I'm not working, the things I'm doing is either Seahawk games, which I've been a faithful Seahawk season ticket holder for 15 years, love the Seahawks, and my other passion is golf. So what's kind of unique about growing up in Seattle and kind of working with this environment is I kind of have a good flow of my life. So in Seattle, golf weather is not good right now. So you start getting into October through probably April. Really tough to golf as much as I'd like to. But the beauty about it is, since I'm such a huge football fan when it comes to the NFL and college, is I got college football, NFL and college football for 6 months, and then once that's over, I go on a couple golf trips with my buddies to get in the sun, and then golf season starts for us around April or May. I get to golf all summer in the beautiful weather in Seattle, and then once golf season's over, boom, roll right back into Seahawks season. So that's kind of who I am and what I do. When I'm not working, that's what I do with my personal time. So let's kind of jump into it. like I said, I've been in the business since 1998, so I kind of found this as I put this presentation together. I thought this was kind of funny. I pulled out an old marketing flyer that I had back from 2002. So this is kind of started in 98. By 2002, I was able to build my team up to have about 3 or 4 people on my team. And everything we kind of always try to do is be unique and different from a marketing perspective. So this is one of the clever little flyers we put together, a little pre-approval booklet back in the day. And kind of from 2002, I'd say we had our best years from like 2002 to probably like 2007. During that period of time, we were, in 2006, we were a top 200 originator in the country. I did about a little over $90 million in 2006. And then in 2007, we were on a pace to do well over $100 million in loan volume. But of course, you know, the market hit us like it did with a lot of loan officers in that 2007, 2008 range. When the mortgage meltdown hit, it really hit myself and my team in a big way. So what happened in that period of time is when I was doing kind of 100 million plus in loan volume, you know, we only had one real estate team we were working with. One relationship. That one team that we worked with had at any given time 10 to 15 real estate agents. We were doing a ton of seminars, ton of unique and creative ways to kind of build our brand and get it out and get our message out to people and earn a lot of business. But the challenge was, by having only one team, we didn't diversify ourselves very well at all. And as soon as the mortgage meltdown hit, my partner on the real estate side that I had at the time just really did not believe things were going to get as bad as they were going, that the industry got into. So we just had to part ways. Just we could not see eye to eye on the direction where things were going. So I went from a $100 million producing team to literally zero overnight. I had 0 real estate agents, 0 business coming in. Everything kind of went away. So what I had to really do over the last 4 years is refocus my business and try to find ways to be unique and different and stand out to the people that matter most to my business. Okay? And so that's what we all try to do. Everything about our business is about being top of mind and front and center to the people who matter most. So you guys probably do a lot of these things as well, but it's kind of all the things that we do as a team or we continue to do. You know, newsletters are great, websites, social media, postcards, maybe email drip campaigns, blogs, networking events. We did a radio show for a couple of years. We did video blogs for a couple of years. Again, everything that we did and we continue to do is try to be top of mind and be front and center and be different to our partners and clients. Okay? That's what we want to focus on, is that idea of being unique and top of mind. And then it kind of occurred to us over the last couple years is, if that really is our objective about being top of mind, what better way than to market our business on the one thing that's growing, you know, more than anything from the technology side, is smartphones. Okay? Everyone has their phone in front of them all the time, so we thought about how can we take advantage of that space and market our business accordingly. Okay, so here's an interesting stat. What's that?
I was looking at that picture. What's really funny is that Zach Morris phone that started out, our new phones are kind of almost the same size again.
I know. Everybody trying to get them smaller, and everybody's trying to get their cell phones bigger again.
It's funny.
That is interesting. So here's an interesting stat that I found is, on any given day, there's about 371,000 babies born in the world. Okay, 371,000. On any given day, there's 525,000 iPhones that are sold across the world. Okay, there's 2.4 million Android devices that are activated every single day. So just think about, what is this trend? What's the trend happening between kind of this? Everybody is progressing to either having a cell phone or specifically having a smartphone, and it's kind of outpacing even the growth of kind of the population of the world, which is crazy. So, and that's kind of crucial. That whole top-of-mind marketing aspect is really crucial now more than ever. And I really looked at and said, what is the biggest challenge that we all face in the industry? Is really this reality of going from a refi market, okay, which I felt like we've been in a refinance market for 15 years. We've had 3 or 4 really good refi booms that have happened that have at least helped us sustain and thrive in this business and kind of fill that gap from what we all know is important is having purchase business, okay? So we kind of have this world where everything is going to purchase business. We're still going to get some refis, but everything is being about purchases moving forward, and we all know that. So we all have to find different and unique ways to build deeper relationships with our real estate agents. But the challenge that we face is that there's going to be loan officers out there who are not only trying to thrive in this industry, but are simply trying to survive, okay? And I talk to loan officers every single day from across the country, and I hear things like, yeah, but my business has always been purchased. I'm 90% purchase. I've got great realtor relationships, and that's great, and you're going to continue to survive and thrive. But the problem is all those loan officers who did not focus on purchase business are now coming out to basically earn the relationships of our real estate agents and earn the relationships of the valuable leads that we get for purchases out there. So we're going to have more people fighting for a smaller market share. And that's something we all have to be prepared for, and we all have to plan accordingly. Because, again, that is the biggest problem. As we continue to progress, we're not going to have enough leads and not enough referrals to basically keep everybody thriving in this business. Okay? We need to find ways to be different and unique. There's going to be more and more competition, and people are not going to be able to differentiate themselves as much, so we got to be on the leading edge and be different and unique. Okay? We've all faced the reality over the last 3 to 4 years that we're all working longer and harder for the same, if not less, money. And again, I talk to loan officers every day from across the country. Everybody agrees that refinances are drying up, and a lot of loan officers are just feeling anxious about the future. They're feeling anxious about this new reality that we're all facing. Okay? So again, the solution that we looked at is our objective is to be top of mind, front and center of the people that matter most to our business. We know that cell phones and smartphones are progressing faster than anything from a technology side. We need to put ourselves out there, front and center on the one thing that people use most. Okay? Statistics say that people check their cell phones up to 150 times a day. That still seems light to me, but statistics say 150 times every single day. In fact, of a survey that we looked into, 89% of smartphone users use their cell phone throughout the entire day. Okay? They don't just have it, they're using it all day. Excuse me?
It's funny because as you were saying that, I was looking at my phone.
I'm curious how many people on this webinar looked at their phone already.
I just texted. I was like, did anyone text me?
Within 10 minutes, people already look at their phones. I guarantee it.
And now they definitely are.
Absolutely. And so the reality is people use their smartphones for everything. So it's really ingrained in the way that we live every single day. I mean, on their phones, people use it for texting, internet browsing, emails, playing games, downloading apps, social media, music, videos, everything. Okay? And in fact, studies say that in 2014 that internet usage on people's smartphones and mobile devices are going to actually outpace internet usage on desktops. Okay? So people are just using their phone more than they were using their desktops on a day-to-day basis. Okay? Harris Interactive survey actually said that 72% of Americans who own smartphones report keeping them within 5 feet of them at any given time. Okay, 72%. Of that same survey, so smartphone users actually have reported using their cell phones during movies, in movie theaters, during dinner dates, during a child's school function, 19% in church, and even 12% in the shower. Now, I admit I have not tried the shower one yet.
Yeah, how does that work?
I have not done that one yet, but I believe it.
They're making those waterproof cases now, so you can really take them anywhere. You can take them swimming.
Exactly. So I guess it makes sense. Phone's ringing when you're in the shower, you're going to do something about it. So people are using them all the time. Another survey from Lookout said that of smartphone users, 58% do not go an hour without checking their phones. And what was unique to me about this is what really jumped out to me is that, okay, we know that like the 18 to 45-year-old demographic is going to have probably a deeper relationship with their phone. Okay, they're a little more tech savvy. We're a little more reliant on our phones. But the survey also showed that people 45 and 55 plus still kind of meet that demographic of checking their cell phones all day, every day. Okay, so it's really everybody who has a smartphone really has that thing in front of them all the time. Another survey showed that 4 out of 5 people, so 80% of people, actually check their cell phones within 15 minutes of waking up in the morning. Within 15 minutes, they check their phones, and a lot of people use it as their alarm clock now. Okay, so they automatically check it the minute they wake up. So just think about that. If that's the relationship we have with our phones, isn't that the same relationship that the people that matter most to our business have with their phones as well? Real estate agents, financial planners, CPAs, attorneys, clients, prospects, friends, and family. That everybody kind of has that same relationship, and they're checking their cell phones and looking at their phones all day long. So we asked ourselves the question, and I think you need to ask yourselves the question as well. If that's the case, and we know this to be true because of the same habits that we have, why are we not marketing our business on the one thing that people use most? Okay, so really think about that. Why are we not doing that? Okay, so that's what I want to talk about today. There's 3 different ways you can actually market and grow your mortgage business using mobile marketing. Okay, there's 3 distinct ways you can do this. Number 1, you can create a mobile-friendly version of your website. Pretty easy to do, pretty low-cost, efficient way to do it. Okay, you can actually take advantage of different strategies when it comes to text marketing. You can text market prospects and clients and actually send messages on their phone. Or the third way is you can actually launch your own mobile app. And that's really what we're going to talk about today, is the quickest, easiest, and lowest cost, but highest profit way to actually get in the game of mobile marketing, okay? Launching your own app. There's 3, we looked at it and it said there's 3 unique advantages to having and promoting your own smartphone app. Number 1 is what we've been talking about this entire time, is building top-of-mind consciousness to your clients and prospects. Always being there front and center. Okay, it definitely positions yourself on the cutting edge and kind of being different and unique. As a loan originator, that's what we're always trying to do, is be top of mind and trying to be unique and different to than our competitors are. And if it's done correctly, you can actually capture and identify hot leads. So those are the 3 key strategies when it comes to building your own smartphone app. And we actually, through our research and our 2 years of being in this space, we just developed what we believe is the 8 critical components. So if you're going to go out and build your own smartphone app, there's 3 key strategies, 8 key components you have to think about. Okay, so let's jump into it here. Number 1, you need to make the app obviously personalized and customized to you. So you need to have your branding on it. You need to have your picture and your name and your logo and all your contact information be on your app. Okay. It also needs to be really simple and easy to build and easy to change, because the reality is a lot of us change mortgage companies. Maybe we change email addresses or phone numbers. We have to make sure our app is easily editable. And this whole personalized aspect here, what we found is the most, and probably one of the most critical components, is when it's ever possible, you want to make the icon of your app be actually your name and your picture. Okay, this is what really makes it stand out and makes it be unique. So if you look at your phone and you see all the icons of apps you have on your phone, rarely, if ever, are any of the icons actually have someone's face, and people really recognize that, and it's going to stand out and be different. Okay, so it needs to be personalized. If you do it right, you can actually make it into a digital business card. Okay, just think about the paper business card in general is very old school and very archaic. I know personally that every couple of weeks, every month or so, I clean up my desk drawer, and there's hundreds of business cards just thrown in there. I end up just throwing those in the trash. At home, I come home from an event, I have all these business cards, I put them kind of near my dresser, they just end up in the garbage. Business cards are just archaic, but if you can actually make your app be useful and functional as a digital business card, that is really the key. Replace your business card with an app, okay? But it does need to be clean and professional. It needs to be, and people need to be able to easily access your information and to be able to easily connect with you. Okay, so it can actually be a very useful tool that, again, if it's done correctly, you can easily share your digital business card or your app with other people. So it's easy to share, because if you can easily share it, now your business card can go viral and go out to multiple people and share it from one person to the next the way a traditional business card can't. Okay? So digital business card is key. What we also looked at is you have to have useful features about your app. It's great that it's going to be personalized and be a digital business card to you, but people are going to want to have, like, why do I want this thing on my phone? Why does a realtor want it on their phone, and why does one of your prospective buyers want it on their phone? So we looked at it and said, hey, everybody's out looking for a house. They want to run some numbers. You need to have a mortgage calculator on there and have a tool that's really useful for your clients and partners. Okay? And my thought on this is most buyers are going to go out and download a mortgage calculator regardless. So when they're in front of a house, they can quickly identify and calculate their payments. Might as well be a tool that you're providing to them as long as it's a good calculator. Okay? So if it's good and accurate, they can easily do their payments on the spot. And critical to this is you want to make sure that it has all the applicable loan programs on there and accurate mortgage insurance quotes on there. Okay? So you want to make sure you have it conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA, and obviously Jumbo is going to fall right into play with that as well. Okay, so as long as you have a good calculator that has all the right programs and the correct mortgage insurance, that really is the key. So it's a great tool there. Another useful tool is that buyers are out there, realtors are out there, just wanting to follow along in what's happening in the news. What's going on with mortgage and real estate and financial news? So if you have a good news tab on there, again, they'll come to your app and find their information there as opposed to going to somebody else's app or other third-party sources. Okay, we want to give them great information about what matters to them at the time that matters to them the most. You have to have an app that somehow addresses mortgage rates. So this is the one that's really crucial. That, in my opinion, you want to be very careful about this. You want to show trends in the market without ever quoting interest rates. Okay. Two reasons for this. Number one, it keeps you in control, okay, because we don't want to quote interest rates to clients and they're going to use our app just to say, oh, I see your rate's this, and they're just going to shop around without ever talking to you. And the key thing we all know about interest rates is they're all specific to different markets. They're specific to people's credit scores, their down payment, everything about their financial situation. So we want to make sure we keep in control by giving people trends and not actually quoting interest rates, and it also keeps it compliant. So if you're not ever quoting interest rates, you don't have to put APR, and you don't have to go through all the hassle of adjusting your interest rates every single day. So we try to avoid quoting interest rates on a daily basis, just kind of give people ideas and trends. Another useful piece is, if you can put some good information from an education standpoint, that's going to help buyers a ton because we all go through the same conversations with buyers every single day. So if you can have some good tutorial videos on there, some good guides that really rehash everything we talk to buyers about, that's going to give them information. It's going to create a wow factor. And what we all know is educated and informed buyers take action faster than buyers who are still trying to gain information, still try to look into what their options are. Okay? So the seventh piece is tracking. So a good app, if it's done right, you can actually, when people download your app, you can actually get their information and follow what they're doing on your app. You can track all the activity of each one of your users, and you can also identify hot prospects from that strategy. So if they're downloading your app and they're registering and you're gathering their information and they're using your app a lot, you can actually target who is the best people to call and use it as a lead generating source, as opposed to just a useful tool and just a business card. Those are all great, but the more information you can gather about your users, the better. The last thing is you want to make it very easy from an admin standpoint. You want to, and I mentioned this earlier, edit your information whenever you need to. And so if you do change companies, if you do change information, you want to be able to make sure you go in and change that information, and it automatically changes your stuff on all the people who have your app on their phone. Okay? You want to make it easy to build, easy to change, and easy to manage the metrics and the leads. Okay? So, at this point, you're probably wondering, how can you get an app like this yourself?
Yes, I was. I was looking at this and going, wow, this is great. I don't know, how can we get people to to get apps like this. I think they'd be a great tool.
Perfect transition. I love it. So that's exactly what we do. So at MortgageMapp for the last 2 years, again, for our own business, we create apps that we now share with our clients and partners. And the story about MortgageMapp is kind of unique. So my partner and I've been in the business collectively for about 27 years. I'm in the business about 15. He's been in the business about 12. And about 2 years ago, he thought about this idea of getting into this mobile space. So he went out specifically on his own and created his own app. So he put a bunch of money into it and basically just said, I want my own branded mortgage calculator. And he came up with the idea of having the icon of the app actually be his name and his face. So he'd actually have the ability to share it with all his realtors and his clients. So literally, he went out, built his own app for himself, shared it with everybody he possibly could, and by sharing as much as he did, he got a ton of downloads in the App Store. So as he got a ton of downloads, loan officers from across the country were just going in and looking up mortgage calculators and finding his app was kind of towards the top of the list. So he literally got, this wasn't even supposed to be a business at the beginning, he sold 350 apps to loan officers from across the country who just called him and said, we really like your product, we want to get in that space, will you build us one? So he built 350 apps, he shared the idea with me, I said, this is brilliant, I want my own app, and collectively we kind of came together, we listened to those 300 to 350 original members and said, how can we make this app better than just a branded mortgage calculator? How can we make all the tools and everything about it be really specific and useful for not only us in the business, but loan officers in general? Okay, and that's kind of how we got to this point. So I just want to take you through a quick little demo here of kind of what we do. Let's see here. That's the easiest way to get here. Let's go here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to minimize this. Oops. And let's go here. Let's go to, I'm going to actually take you to my personal app here. .MortgageMapp. Oops. Got to come up Chrome. Sorry guys, 1 second. Here we go. There we go.
Don't worry, I went to school for broadcasting. I can edit this right out.
Okay, perfect. Good deal. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, don't worry. All right.
Okay. So cool. So all you do is, and this is if we go kind of from the back of the list that I gave you guys to the beginning, is really the first step in creating your own app is you want to make the admin section really easy and really efficient to build. Okay. So this is how easy it is to build your own app under our platform. You go and you put your picture and your logo. You go to the next tab. You put your information, email address, phone numbers, license number, job title. You can put your company address here with their NMLS number. Again, all really easy and a quick little bio. Then you can enter all your social media links here. And then you put your done, and you go, you're done, and now you can text your app to yourself, and now it's up and running and ready to go. Okay? It's really that easy. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to build your own app, and you can have it on your phone within 5 minutes. Okay? So that's kind of the first part. You have to make it really super simple from an admin section. And we talked about make it personalized and make it a useful tool for people from a digital business card perspective. So this whole top section is everything is customized to you. So as you put all that information in, it's really easy for someone to contact you. All they have to do is hit the contact tab, and now they can email you, call your office, call your cell, or text you straight from the app. Okay? So we're going to make it really easy for people to get a hold of us. It's really easy for them to get to know us a little bit. So what tends to happen is a realtor refers or a client refers a new buyer to us. Naturally, that person's going to want to look up who's Ryan Leopold. So they're going to go Ryan Leopold mortgage in Google, and they're trying to figure out who I am and try to build that confidence and try to get to know me a little bit before they reach out. But now under this More tab here, all they have to do is hit the More tab, and now they can go to my website, Facebook, Twitter, videos, LinkedIn, whatever you have, you can put it all in there so they can actually get your information right from there. The last thing we talked about on this personalized side is you want to make it really easy to share. Okay, so this is how simple it is, and this is all I ever do when I'm with a client or realtor. Is I say, hey Beverly, do you have your cell phone on you? I don't really use business cards anymore, but I want to share my app with you. So I hit the share tab, I put in their cell number right here, I hit send, and all I'm really doing is introducing my business card to them. They're getting this individual link that's built to you. They hit that link, and it's going to take them to the applicable app store to download your app. Okay? So anytime you can share your app with people face-to-face, that is always the most efficient way to go about it, because now you're able to see that they know how to use your app, they see the benefit, you're kind of getting that reaction from them, and then it's also going to ask them to register, which I'm going to talk about in a second here. Okay? The more we can grab their information, the better. Okay? So that's really how we can make it really useful and give them the information they're looking for. And then down here is all those useful tabs that we want to have. So there's a mortgage calculator on here. Okay? We have a news feed that again comes from Mortgage News Daily every single day. We have a rate tab that's again it's coming straight from Freddie Mac. It's giving historical data so we can see what are the trends in the 30-year fixed over the last 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, and 1 month. And it's really never quoting interest rate. It's just quoting trends in the market. So you can kind of see we're around 4%. We dipped in the low 3s. It shot up about 4.5. Now we've crept down over the last couple weeks. Okay? Again, just showing trends. And then we also have video guides on here where everything, again, that we talk to buyers about every day when it comes to DTI, the difference between FHA and VA and conventional, how much I need the down payment, what's the home buying process. They're all here in 1 to 3 minute videos. Okay? So those are kind of the day-to-day functions of the app. Okay? And again, customized to you, all kind of standard information down here. So here's the biggest key. We talked about that tracking piece. So I'll go up here to My Clients. And we only started doing tracking about a month and a half ago, but you can see here that only in the, only tracking over the last 6 weeks, I have 109 users of my app, 39 users in the last 30 days. You can see a subtotal of all the usage of my app and all the different features they're using every single day. And now here are all the names of the people who have my app on their phone with their name, email address, and phone number. Then I can see how often each one of them is using my app. So if someone's using the mortgage calculator more, I can reach out to them. If they're trying to contact me through the tab, I can see that. I can also see who they're sharing my app with. Okay? So now we can really identify who are the true advocates of our business and who are the true trendsetters who are out there doing this. And you can kind of see here, I'm going to show you real quick our admin section. You can actually see that we have, of all the users, look at some of the downloads that people have. And this is just capturing data over the last 3 weeks. We have people who have 300 users, 200 users, 100, 70 to 300 users. This is just gathered over the last 6 weeks. Okay, so people are out there, they're sharing their app, and they're getting people to use, and you can see people are using it every single day. Okay, so that's really crucial to kind of get that feel for it, and people are using it and loving it. Okay, so that's kind of the day-to-day. That's the day-to-day here. Let me kind of, scroll back here. You can edit this out. So that's a demo. Okay. So what I always tell everybody, though, this is not, having your own app is not for everybody. Okay. It really is for loan officers who want to get out there and are committed to sharing and promoting their app with their prospects, clients, and referral partners. Okay? And you cannot expect results without taking action. You get it out there and share it with as many people as possible, you're going to get great results. Face-to-face is always great, but you can share it via email signature. You can share it via Facebook, tons of different ways to get it out there. Okay? So if you do this and you do it right, it's kind of achieving these objectives that we talked about at the beginning. Okay? It's building top-of-mind consciousness that we're all looking for our clients, prospects, and partners. We're now positioning ourselves as a cutting edge and being unique and different. We're able to attract more repeat and referral business. Okay. We're able to capture new leads, identify hot prospects, and at the end of the day, what our whole objective is with everything that we do is to close more deals. So if you do this and you follow these steps, you will achieve that objective. And I always talk about there's a 3-step process to success with this. Number 1, you have to get in the space. You have to go out and build your own app, okay? Once it's built, you got to share it with as many people as possible, and then you got to track the results, okay? If you master these 3 steps, you're going to have the results you're looking for. So here's kind of an interesting quote, and I think this kind of brings everything together of what we do and why we do it. So Coach Steve from Building Champions was my coach for years, and he kind of came up when I first brought up this idea to him about a year ago. He understood it, and he's like, yeah, I kind of get it. I'll support you any way I can, but I don't think he quite understood the concept from the first day I brought it up to him, because it is somewhat new to have, change the way that we promote our business and get mobile business cards out there. So he emailed me a couple months ago and said, Ryan, your app is still on my phone and I see your face often. I suppose that is proof that it works because now I think about you all the time. And really that's key. That's what we want from Steve. We want that from our buyers. We want that from our realtors. We want people to think about us all the time, and having our own app and having that icon be your face and your name, you're right there front and center for them all the time, okay? Here's what some of our current member loan officers are saying. So Tom said, this is a fabulous thing you guys have done. It's so much better than carrying around a business card. I've been in the mortgage business for 20 years, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. Mark said, I'm very happy with my app. It's starting to take off as more and more of my agents are using it. And John said, honestly, it would amaze me to think that any mortgage professional would have trouble seeing the marketing opportunities that having your own app can generate. I love it. So we appreciate all those, and those are just, I mean, we've got pages and pages of testimonials, but are just some of the ones that stood out to me. Like I said, we were endorsed by Seattle PI. Seattle PI said marketing in the mortgage industry has taken a quantum leap with this ingenious mobile app. CBS Money Watch said MortgageMapp gives the edge to any mortgage professional that realizes the marketing productivity that this new app offers. And SiliconValley.com said the broker now becomes a trusted source for the latest mortgage and real estate news right on their cell phones. So that was pretty cool. Again, we've been around for about 2 years. We rebranded everything back in January and relaunched, and we have literally loan officers from hundreds of companies out there, and including some of the biggest companies kind of in the market throughout the country are using and promoting the app within their business and within the loan officers at their companies. So a lot of people ask, what is the investment to get my own app? And we know from personal experience it costs thousands of dollars to go out and create your own app, and a ton of time and a ton of effort. So again, we've created this where you can actually use our platform and build your own app. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to build, and it's on your phone within 5 minutes. And the normal cost is $29.99 a month or $287.50 a year. So if you get it annually, you can kind of do the numbers there. It's already 20% off if you do it annually from the get-go. Okay, but for you guys, for whoever's on the webinar today, for the first 15 orders, we actually set it up where you can actually give us a test drive and actually build your own app, try it out for only $1 for the first 30 days. Okay, and after that, for being on the webinar, you can actually get it for $25 a month moving forward instead of $29.99. So you can try it out for the first month for $1 and get it for $25 a month moving forward. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of that, you go to, make sure you write this exact website down here. Website is MortgageMapp, MAPP.com/webinar. Okay, so you want to make sure you go to this exact URL, and you want to use this promo code when you buy the app. You go webinar special, all caps, no spaces. Okay, all caps, no spaces, webinar special, and it'll be really easy to get started. Okay, again, $1 for the first month and $25 a month moving forward. Okay. Another thing we offer for everybody is, full 30 days money-back guarantee. So for any reason you don't like the app and it's just not a good fit, we have no sign-up fees, no long-term contracts. You can build your app, you can play with it, you can share it with some people. If it's a great fit, you can keep it. If it's not, go ahead and cancel, and you will not be charged anything moving forward. Okay. Not be charged anything moving forward. So again, 30 days. We'll even credit back that $1 that you paid for the first month if it's just not a good fit. A couple of things we're offering for the first 15 people is we're going to have another webinar that we're going to set up for our current members, 21 ways to monetize your app. Okay, that's going to be an hour-long webinar that we put out there because, again, we want our members to get the most out of their MortgageMapp experience. So we put together 21 ways to share, get your app out there, and get the best experience possible from having your app and getting out to your partners and clients. Another thing we've done for people, our admin section is super easy, and it's really easy to build your own app, but we know that some people are technophobes. We understand that. I'm not really that tech savvy, so I get it as well. That you can actually call me or email me, and I'll give you my information in a second here. I will go on personally and build your app for you. Okay. It is really easy to do, but if for some reason you're getting stuck on anything or just not comfortable, I can go and build it out for you. And that's kind of another gift for being on this webinar today. I'll personally walk you through the entire process. Okay. So again, how you start with that test drive is you go to mortgagemapp.com/webinar. You can try the first month for $1 and then $25 a month moving forward. And then it's webinar special, all one word, all caps. Okay, that's crucial, all one word, all caps. And so really when we hear people about say this all the time is there's early adopters to things like this, okay? Early trendsetters, and there's people who kind of wait for the masses to take action, okay? What I'm encouraging people to do, especially with how easy it is to get started, get your app built and get it out there because we're coming on strong. We do a ton of marketing. In the next couple months, you're going to see a lot more loan officers have their own app, and what we want to avoid is having another realtor who has a realtor of yours has another loan officer's app on their phone. Okay, we want to avoid that. We want to make sure that as we're all competing and we have loan officers out there going to compete for purchase business more today than ever, we want to make sure that we're getting it out there and you're going to be first and be unique and different to the marketplace by getting your own app before the rest of the industry does. Okay, so that's kind of it. I'll let Beverly kind of ask me any questions that she may think of. But again, I'm always here to help out. This is, again, the website for getting signed up. And if you need to get a hold of me personally, you can always call me at 855-827-7439, extension 1, or you can email me at ryan@mortgagemapp.com. Again, it's ryan@mortgagemapp with 2 P's, MAPP.com. And I'll let Beverly kind of ask any questions that she can think of.
Honestly, I really can't think of any. I think you did a great job covering the material. And I think you did a great job explaining to people why they need to be, top of mind to their prospects and clients. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank you, Ryan, for the information and for the offer that you're offering to our webinar attendees. This webinar will be available online at the link that you have clicked to access it. So if you want to share it with anyone, you can just share that link, and we'll be able to get the word out about MortgageMapp. And again, like Ryan had said, if you have any questions, you can definitely call or email him. His contact information is on the screen. And we thank you, Ryan, for presenting this to our readership.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys and appreciate you having me on today. Thank you so much.
Great. Take care, everyone.